Deep within the untamed wilderness of central Vietnam, in the heart of Phong Nha Ke Bang National Park, lies one of Earth's most surreal and awe-inspiring marvels, Son Doong Cave. Its name in Vietnamese, Hang Son Doong, translates to Mountain River Cave, a fitting name for a place so enormous, so otherworldly, that it continues to baffle and mesmerize all who step within its vast chambers. This is not merely a cave. It is an underground ecosystem, a self-contained world hidden beneath the surface. Inside, there are jungles where sunlight filters through natural skylights, rivers that meander through limestone corridors, and clouds that float between the cavern walls. Son Doong is the world's largest cave, but its true wonder lies not just in its dimensions. It lies in the discovery of an untouched paradise unlike anything seen before. The story of Son Doong begins in the early 1990s when a local man named Ho Khan was exploring the dense forests of Quang Binh province. Seeking shelter from a sudden downpour during a hunting trip, he stumbled upon a mysterious opening in the limestone cliffs. A fierce wind rushed from the cave mouth, and a roar of rushing water could be heard from within. Terrified by the darkness and the unknown, Ho Khan did not venture far inside. But the memory stayed with him. Years later, in 2008, a group of British cavers from the British Cave Research Association, BCRA, arrived in Vietnam, searching for new caves to map and explore. Ho Khan, recalling his encounter, led them back to the site. It wasn't until 2009 that the first true expedition into Son Doong was launched, led by cavers Howard and Deb Limbert. What they found was beyond anyone's wildest imagination. Son Doong was confirmed to be the largest cave passage in the world by volume. At over 5 kilometers, 3.1 miles, long, and with chambers reaching up to 200 meters, 660 feet, high, and 150 meters, 490 feet wide, the cave could easily accommodate entire city blocks or fit a 747 airplane inside its main passage. Entering the hidden world. Reaching Son Doong is no small feat. The journey begins in the town of Phong Nha, a sleepy village that is transformed into a hub for adventurers and nature lovers. From there, travelers embark on a strenuous trek through thick jungles, across rivers, and over rugged terrain. The route to the cave's entrance is challenging and requires both stamina and determination. After hours of trekking, the first glimpse of Son Doong is breathtaking. A gaping maw in the earth, hidden amidst the jungle foliage. The descent into the cave is steep and slippery, with ropes and harnesses necessary to navigate the descent safely. But as you rappel down and step onto the cave floor, a world unlike any other unfolds before you. The Great Chamber. The initial impression upon entering Son Doong is one of sheer immensity. The cavern swallows light and sound, creating an atmosphere of profound silence and awe. The ceilings are so high they vanish into darkness, and the walls stretch out into shadowy horizons. Gigantic stalagmites, some towering over 70 meters, 230 feet, rise from the ground like the pillars of an ancient temple. In places, the limestone formations are so vast and complex that they resemble entire cities carved from stone. The cave floor is uneven, dotted with boulders, sandy banks, and ancient riverbeds. Fossilized shells embedded in the limestone walls serve as a reminder that this entire region was once submerged beneath a prehistoric sea. The underground jungle, Son Doong's most extraordinary feature, is the Garden of Eden, an underground jungle that thrives beneath a collapsed section of the cave roof. The collapse, known as a dough line, created a skylight that allows sunlight and rain to penetrate the cavern, fostering a unique micro-ecosystem. In this subterranean forest, towering tropical trees soar upwards, some reaching heights of over 30 meters, 100 feet. Lush vegetation carpets the ground, ferns, palms, and rare orchids, along with mosses and lichens that cling to the moist rocks. The humidity is palpable, and the air is thick with the earthy scent of damp soil and foliage. Birds, insects, and even small animals have made their homes here, creating a vibrant, living world in complete isolation from the outside. The mist generated by the temperature differential between the cave's cool interior and the warm, humid jungle creates clouds that drift through the trees and along the cavern floor. It is a scene so surreal that it seems to have leapt from the pages of a fantasy novel. A hidden world of forests and clouds beneath the earth. The subterranean river. At the heart of Son Doong flows a subterranean river, winding its way through the massive chambers. In the rainy season, the river swells with runoff, creating powerful currents, small waterfalls, and deep pools. The water is astonishingly clear, revealing rocky bottoms and schools of fish adapted to life in perpetual darkness. Stalactites hang from the ceiling like crystalline daggers, dripping water that has taken thousands of years to seep through the limestone. Navigating the river passages requires wading through water, sometimes chest deep. And in some sections, inflatable boats are used to float downstream. The sound of rushing water echoes endlessly through the cavern, creating an auditory landscape as mesmerizing as the visual one. Alien landscapes and rare formations. Son Doong is not only vast, it is also home to some of the most unique and spectacular geological formations on Earth. Calcite terraces form tiered pools that glisten in the torchlight, their mineral-laden waters forming delicate, lace-like edges. Massive cave pearls, some the size of baseballs, lie scattered across the cave floor, the result of thousands of years of mineral deposits building up around grains of sand. In other sections, colossal stalactites and stalagmites form intricate, cathedral-like structures. Curtains of limestone drapery, known as flowstone, cascade down the walls, shimmering with moisture. The scale and diversity of formations are so extraordinary that geologists believe Son Doong may hold key insights into the Earth's ancient climate history. Camping beneath the earth. Visitors to Son Doong spend multiple nights inside the cave, camping on its sandy banks or rocky terraces. Tents are set up in designated areas to minimize environmental impact, and meals are prepared by expert guides using portable cooking equipment. At night, the cave transforms into an even more ethereal realm. Beams of moonlight and starlight filter through the dolines, casting ghostly shadows on the cave floor. The sounds of the jungle, the distant calls of birds, or the rustling of leaves mix with the trickling of underground streams. Sitting around a small campfire, beneath a ceiling of ancient rock, surrounded by the echoes of a forgotten world, is an experience unlike any other on Earth. A fragile paradise. Because of its delicate ecosystem, Son Doong is fiercely protected. Only a limited number of visitors are allowed each year, typically fewer than 1,000 people, and all expeditions are carefully regulated to minimize human impact. The local government, in cooperation with environmental groups and local communities, has established strict guidelines for cave tours. Visitors are required to follow leave no trace principles, and any waste must be packed out. There have been proposals to build cable cars or expand tourist facilities, but these have been met with strong opposition from conservationists and the scientific community, who argue that preserving Son Doong's pristine condition is far more valuable than short-term tourism profits. Mystery and exploration. Despite the extensive surveys already conducted, much of Son Doong remains unexplored. New chambers and passages continue to be discovered, and scientists believe there may be connections to other cave systems in the region, such as Hang En, the world's third largest cave, which serves as a gateway to Son Doong. Biodiversity researchers are particularly interested in the cave's unique species, from cave-adapted fish to rare fungi, which may offer insights into evolution and adaptation in extreme environments. Speleologists, cave scientists, believe that Son Doong's formations could contain records of past climate change spanning hundreds of thousands of years, locked within the layers of mineral deposits. Son Doong in popular culture. Since its discovery, Son Doong has captured the imagination of people worldwide. It has been featured in documentaries by National Geographic, BBC, and ABC's A Journey to the Center of the Earth. For those who venture into its depths, Son Doong offers more than just stunning scenery. It offers a profound sense of awe and humility. Standing within its vast chambers, surrounded by ancient stone, flowing rivers, living forests, and drifting clouds, one is reminded of how small humanity is compared to the timeless forces of nature. It is a journey back in time, to an Earth unspoiled and primal. A reminder of the planet's raw beauty and resilience. Son Doong is not just the world's largest cave. It is a world unto itself. A cathedral of stone, a river of crystal, a forest of dreams. For those lucky enough to witness it, Son Doong is not merely a destination. It is a revelation.